Animal, animate, animatronics. We're going to talk about two of those things today. Welcome to Shed Talk, where the topics are so random, I'm just going to throw everything under the banner of Shed Talk and hope everybody's okay with that. Anyways, have you guys ever seen a movie before? Yeah. If you said no, then you're just being difficult. And I really don't need that today. But if you've seen a movie in the past 20-ish years, then you've probably seen an animated animal or two. You've seen them in Marvel, you've seen them in Disney a lot, you've seen them in Star Wars. You probably saw them in Dougal, didn't you? You freak. I did not watch that, but you probably did, weirdo. But these animated animals are not animated equally, right? Sometimes that has to do with effort put in. Most of the time it has to do with the budget of the film. But sometimes it just comes down to what animal you're working with. That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give my expert breakdown of some different animals with you. We can talk about it in the comment section later. If you want, we can grab some drinks later. If you want, you could hit the subscribe button if you wanted to. Okay, let's talk about birds. Birds are pretty creepy. They don't move their faces a lot. Think about an actual bird right quick. Because if you're talking exaggerated animation, like 2D animation, you can get away with pretty much anything. Any animal can work. I'm talking about 3D, more realistic animation. No. Where they have dialogue. No, it doesn't work. They have beaks. They don't have mouths. They don't have these expressions. They don't look sad. They're a lot more reptilian than anything.
That doesn't look very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
They're creepy. They're kind of scary. Ornithophobia, I think it is. I get that. I understand that. And I see where some directors, some producers, animators would think, oh, a bird would be a good sidekick. I get where they're going with that, but if they think just a little bit deeper, no. Also, no arms. Again, 2D, you see a lot of birds, they use like their feathers as hands and they'll grab things. That's great for 2D. For going a little bit more realistic.
Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp when I was like, whap, chicka, whap, whap, chicka, whap.
You're not gonna get anything out of them other than like flapping out of excitement, I guess. That could be an emotion. You're just not gonna get a lot of range of emotions out of birds. Hardly any at all. I know that that's kind of a broad category, birds. You could be thinking any species of bird, pretty much. Penguins get a little bit of a break, a little bit, not a ton. Owls, maybe, if I'm really giving them the benefit of the doubt, but no. All right, so horses. Before you start thinking and typing about like Maximus, Entangled, or like Spirit, who's actually 2D, but we'll get to them in a second. Conceptually, like I said about the birds, horses, you're not gonna get a lot of emotion out of a horse's face if you take the actual real life horse, which is fine, okay? You don't have to. They're beautiful, they're majestic. I love horses. I don't think that their beauty is captured in a lot of films, okay? I'm team horse. I'm an ally, I'm a horse ally. I have a lot of horse girl fans, I'm sure. That's probably not true. But again, a small range of facial expressions, no arms, exaggerated horses, animated horses could maybe use their legs for this and that, but even in 2D, that's a stretch, honestly, for a horse to be, you don't see that. So pretty static creatures. Now, I told you we'd talk about Maximus and Spirit. Fantastic, fantastic characters. Maximus in one of the best movies of the 21st century, Tangled, and Spirit. I mean, come on. If you haven't seen Spirit, unbelievable. I did just see that Matt Damon voiced Spirit. I did not know that. I don't know. I don't have anything to say about that, but that's interesting to me. So Spirit is amazing, but he's 2D. We're not talking about that. Maximus in Tangled. Okay.
Maximus.
I could see where you're saying this is a good 3D animation. All I'm saying is, I was about to say if Disney makes a live action. When Disney makes a live action Tangled, they're going to have to do what they did to Sebastian and Scuttle and Flounder. They're going to have to do that to Maximus. I'm not going to stand for that. I might do something drastic. Let's move on, actually. The more I think about that, the angrier I'm getting. And it hasn't even come out yet. So let's move on. Let me run some Frog movies by you right quick. Frog Kingdom. You don't know Frog? Ribbit. You don't know Ribbit. Okay, I've got one. I've got a hint with it, too, actually. He's a secret agent with superpowers, a leaping green fighting machine, defending the world against the forces of evil. He's Freddy. You don't know Freddy? Wow. Okay. I mean, at least we all know Dudley. Right? We've never heard of these because these are all Dougal level movies, okay? And I know you like Dougal, I'm sorry. But let's be rational here. These all suck. It's not a coincidence. Frogs don't work. This one I don't even really have a pure answer for. I think part of it is lack of neck. That's something that I think we really need in a animation. They haven't even attempted a realistic animation for a frog yet. Whenever Disney rolls out their live action Princess and the Frog, we'll see how that looks, but they're scared to try it because they can't even get it right in like 2D or... Speaking of Princess and the Frog though, that's the best example that we've got where they're fine, they're okay, the animation in that. But it's really not great. It's a little weird, honestly, the frogs in that, so that doesn't make up for Dudley. I'm sorry. Those are all real movies, apparently. These are feature-length films. Wow. Also, I don't have them in front of me, the pictures of these, like the film posters, but one of them, I think it was Frog Kingdom. There's two frogs. There's a guy and a girl frog, and it looks like they put like a Snapchat filter on the girl frog. That's not a frog anymore. That just looks like a straight-up alien. There's no frog resemblance there. Also, there was something at the bottom. What is that? Please comment. Tell me what is that supposed to be? Is that like a coconut and a straw hat? That's the best guess that I have. But why would there be a coconut with the frogs? I'm literally trying, and it's not like an acorn or something. What is that? I don't know if I made my point or not, but I hope that I've changed some lives here today. Again, chat with me in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's go grab some drinks later too. I'm still open for that. And I know I said the thing about subscribing earlier, and I was probably a little pushy there for a first video. If this is your first video, I understand if you want to watch another video of mine before you make your decision. So I'll put one up now, or a second ago I did. I don't know, but there it is. Check it out. This has been Shed Talk, the first ever.